The 1960s started with the success of the University of Alabama under historic coach Bear Bryant, who had a record of 85, 12, and 3 in that decade. The Roll Tide were ranked in the top 10 in the AP polls every season from 1960 to 1967, and were ranked number 1 for 3 years in the 1960s. 1960 was the last time the University of Minnesota won a national championship. Free substitution and two-platoon football were reintroduced in 1965. In 1967, players were required to have numbers according to the position they played, making players ineligible to catch a forward pass in the 50 to 79 number range. O.J. Simpson played at USC as a running back and won the Heisman in 1968. The 1970s were dominated by some of the more traditional teams in college football. Oklahoma had the best winning percentage at nearly 88%, while Michigan, Ohio State, Nebraska, Penn State, and Notre Dame were all in the top 10 for winning percentages. A line judge was added to the officiating crew in 1972, and mouth protectors were required starting in the 1973 season. The 1970s was the start of one of the greatest coaching rivalries in all of college football. Woody Hayes of The Ohio State University and Bo Schembechler of Michigan. Known as the 10-Year War, these two titans dominated the Big Ten, which was referred to as the Big Two and the Little Eight during the 10-Year War. The contest ended on a missed field goal by Michigan's kicker, which ended the game in a 10-10 tie, leaving fans and players in disarray. Newspapers from both campuses said that Michigan was the winner of the tiebreaker because they had outplayed Ohio State in the second half, but Michigan's quarterback received an injury during the game which worried the Big Ten ADs. Even Woody Hayes thought that it would be Michigan going to the Rose Bowl, but the Big Ten ADs voted and picked Ohio State to play in the Rose Bowl, which created more tension between the two teams. Ohio State reigned victorious in that Rose Bowl against USC in 1974, while Michigan had no bowl appearance. Afterward, the Big Ten decided to abolish the Rose Bowl or no bowl rule, along with the AD voting if there were another tie. Schembechler, who played for Hayes and coached under him, just barely came out the victor with a record of 5, 4, and 1 tie in the 10 Years' War. Hayes produced the great Archie Griffin, who won the Heisman in 2 consecutive years, 1974 and 1975, a feat yet to be repeated.